Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about TCY, which stands for THORChain Yield Token. THORChain Yield Token. On THORChain, there are two tokens. There is Rune and TCY. Today we're going to be breaking around TCY. We're going to be talking about the history and how it works. Now, in order to talk about TCY, we have to start at the beginning. So we're going to be talking about Regira right now. So Regira is the app layer on THORChain. And the app layer is so cool because we have all these different primitives that we can have, like on a centralized exchange, except it lives on top of THORChain, which means you retain custody, there's no KYC, and it's permissionless. It's literally the thing we've been trying to build since day one. Now, where does TCY come into this? TCY is from a system that we tried to build beforehand called THORFi. Okay? THORFi was our attempt to build the app layer. Back when THORFi happened, we didn't know how to do it, right? And this was before TCY even existed because TCY came out of the failure of THORFi. We only had one asset at the time, Rune. And THORChain is serious about wanting to economically liberate the world, right? You cannot do that with just offering swaps. You have to offer all of the primitives available on a centralized exchange. And so the THORFi design was built around our token Rune. And so THORFi leveraged Rune. Now, long story short, THORFi didn't work, okay? And it failed. All right. Now, if you want the whole deep dive into this link, this Medium article link, this will be in the description below, and you can go through it. It literally goes all the links, it breaks down everything you want to know if you want to know exactly what happened. But to keep it short, THORFi led to TCY. So let's talk about TCY here. This is going to be a lot of information. Don't worry. I'm going to make it super simple to understand. So the total supply of TCY is 210 million tokens. This is the tokens. This is the tokens we distributed to the people who were the users of the THORFi system. This is what services the debt, okay? Now, why does TCY have value? TCY earns yield, right? So let's scroll down here. TCY gets 10% of the total system income of THORChain. So for example, if THORChain makes $1 million, TCY holders are going to make $100,000, just to keep the math super simple. The asset you get is Rune, right? This again is the other asset of THORChain. Let's scroll up here. The rewards are given out daily. And so right now the pending rewards are 3.36 thousand Rune, and the rewards are going to be distributed in 11 hours. Okay, so that's how it works. You get Rune if you stake your TCY, and it's distributed at least once per day. Let's scroll back down here. Now, since the TCY income is 10% of total income, right? You could make the case that the market cap of TCY relative to Rune is about a 10th, right? And so that is what this is right here. TCY market cap versus Rune market cap. Right now, based on the valuations, it's at about 9%, a little over that. So you could make the argument that TCY is undervalued relative to what it does, right? And this number fluctuates, right? This is just open market stuff. Last month, it was like 12 and 13%. It's been higher than this number. It's been lower this number. 10%, if it was 10%, that would be perfect inequality relative to the theoretical valuation of TCY. Okay, so all right, enough of that stuff. Let's go to this pie chart here. We're going to try make this as simple as possible. So I know you see all this colors and it's like, what's going on? Check it out. Look at the staked here and look at protocol owned. These are the two most important colors. I'm going to break this all down. Okay, you have your staked TCY here, and this is obviously people who stake it, and they're the ones that are earning their rewards. Okay, protocol owned TCY, this is really cool because anything that the protocol owns, all the yield, it goes to TCY buybacks. So TCY holders, they're more than just 10% of getting the rewards. TCY holders are rewarded in another way because there's constant buy pressure on the TCY asset. So protocol owned. So now we have these four other colors here, right? So let's talk about that. We have unclaimed TCY. These are people who were affected by THORFi but have not redeemed for whatever reason. All of the reward, the yield that would have gone to these TCY holders, it gets redirected to the protocol, okay? And in fact, all of these other colors here result in the buyback of the TCY token. So all of this here, this is about what, 25%? Okay, yeah, 25, 76% here. Roughly 25% of the TCY that is not being staked, that all eventually results in the buyback of the TCY token. So unclaimed, that goes to protocol. Now the pool TCY, this is the pool, right? The TCY rune pool. All of the fees there, whether it's the swap fees of buying and selling TCY, arbitrage, right? That also goes to protocol. The treasury-owned TCY, this is the same thing as unstaked TCY, but it's just a treasury address, and that's why it has its own color. Because it is unstaked, that also gets redirected to protocol-owned TCY, and of course, staked as well. So every color below staked is TCY burn. Is buy pressure. All of this is buy pressure. And so all of these four colors, they go to protocol owned, and then the TCY accrued here just buys itself again, right? That is super cool. That is why the TCY token, that is how TCY holders are rewarded maximally, okay? So now that we talked about how TCY works, its total supply, its market cap, all that stuff, well, how do you get TCY? Let's go to the THORChain main interface here, swap.thorchain.org. So in order to buy TCY, go to right here, the buy asset, click this, go to the search bar. All you have to do is put in T, and TCY is the top asset here that auto-populates. If you wanted rune, you would do R, right? And it's be the second one here, but we're gonna do T today. So we'll click TCY. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do a memoless swap, and we have a video tutorial on how that works in the description below if you want to check that out. But memoless means you don't have to connect your wallet. Pretty cool. Or you can connect your wallet directly. It's up to you, however you want to do. We have some supported wallets here, but that's how you would swap into TCY, okay? So when you have done that, how do you stake it? How do you earn yield to it? Let's go back to that Rajira interface here. So Rajira.network. So to stake your TCY, go to the earn tab here. Don't click stake. I know you'll want to, but you actually want to go to strategies, because stake is Ruji, which is the asset of the app layer itself. So we're going to go to strategies, and it's the second one right here, TCY. Go ahead and click that. All right, so this is pretty cool. So there's two things you can do here. All righty, you can do auto compounding TCY, meaning whatever TCY you stake, it just buys itself, right? This is possible on the app layer, okay? Or if you unselect this right here, then you would just get the normal earning the rune, right? And this rune would get sent to your Thor address once a day. So you have a choice here. You can auto compound if you believe in TCY, you want more and more TCY, auto compound it, or don't. You can see on this address, for demonstration purposes, I have a little over $1, and it's the auto compounding sign right here, right? If I wanted to unstake, I would click this, type in my amount. If I wanted to add more, I've got a little bit of a dust amount here. I click my balance, and then I could also stake this TCY. And that's how it works, guys. In future videos, we're going to be talking about bonding your rune and the differences between TCY. To keep it super short, the great thing about TCY, it's very liquid. Okay, you can stake it, unstake it anytime. It's easy to sell, it's easy to buy, and that's one of the main advantages to TCY over rune, of which we will be highlighting in a video. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That bonding tutorial will be coming very soon, and we're going to be releasing a lot of cool content about other things of THORChain and Rajira. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.